Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to Teachers Tech. Today I want to show you how you can record your computer screen for free using Microsoft's Clipchamp. Before I get into this tutorial, I just want to show you some of the key features that I really like about this program. When you record your screen plus your webcam, it puts it into two separate tracks. So this allows me to do this effect right here, what I do in my video using Camtasia. And then with another just simple click of a button, I can add captions to this. It only takes a few seconds. So this is a very easy program to use. Everything's just drag and drop for that beginner-friendly user experience. So let's get started on how to record your screen for free using Microsoft's Clipchamp. So first of all, where do you get Microsoft Clipchamp from? So I'll put the link to this down below in the description as well. But I'm going to be showing you from the online version here today so you can log in. You will need to create an account when you click try and free. You're going to see that you do need to log into this, and I'm going to log into this with my Microsoft account. You can create one of those for free. The other way, if you're on Windows 10 or Windows 11, you can go to the Microsoft Store if you do a search for your computer and type in Clipchamp, and you can install this on your Windows computer as well. So I just wanted to point out those two options. When you're using them, they look identical. They work the same. So I'm just going to use the online version in case you're not on Windows today. But I'm going to go get logged in with my computer, and I am using the free Clipchamp account. In this video, it is going to be focused on recording with your webcam or with the screen and how to edit that. If you're looking for more about how to use Clipchamp, I have a separate video, a tutorial about more of the features in it that I won't show here today. So I'll put a link to that in the description and up above in the card. But so for this one, if you're on your app on Windows or on the online, you'll see that it looks the same. And I'm just going to go to record something here. And if you haven't used this before, it might come up when you click screen and camera. It's going to ask you to allow this. So it's allow the camera. And on this point, I'm going to be just working from here, screen and camera. But you can see I could record the camera by itself. I could record this screen recording by itself. And there's text to speech also, but I'm going to show you how I add the captions later on. So first of all, let's go ahead and just click on screen and capture, and then we'll find something to record. You get a little preview of me down here. It's picking up the camera that I'm using. I can make this a little larger. Don't worry about this being here because I can move this after I can record this. I can place it anywhere on the screen, and I'll show you how you do this. Make sure you have your correct camera and your microphone. So this is the microphone that I'm using. If there's multiple ones to find, you just drop down on any of these. Notice also that is a 30-minute recording limit. I'm going to go ahead and hit record. And now I have some choices on what I want to record. So we could have a tab. So if I go and just click on a tab to open and move it to the side, you can see now it's coming up here, and I could select that. I could record a tab in a browser. I could go to a window, and sometimes I just have to open them up, click on them once to bring them up. So if I bring up my Excel right here, and then I'm just going to move it down, see how it closes sometimes. So that's one thing I noticed. Sometimes I just have to open it again and then click off on it, and then it picks up. And then we could do entire screen also. So if I go entire screen, I have two different monitors on here. What do I want to record the entire screen on, this one or this one? And if you have audio that's coming out of your computer, if you want it to capture, make sure you select this down here. So in this case, let's say I'm doing an Excel tutorial. I'm going to select this, so it's highlighted, and I just have to hit share. So it's now it's recording, and I could be saying all I want about Excel, doing a little tutorial. When I'm done, and this is going to be just a short practice clip, down below I could pause this if I want, but I'm going to hit stop sharing, and I'm going to move the Excel out of the way so you can see it gives you a playback right away. So stop sharing.
It's now it's recording, and
Here's
I could
the
be
playback.
saying all I want about Excel.
I'll hit pause here. So it gives you, I just had to move Excel out of the way because it stays up, but this is what I was recording. So I could retake the recording and save and edit here, but I could also just watch it here. I'm going to hit save and edit. Notice it downloaded those two files, the screen and the webcam and the recording down to my computer. I just want to point out when you're using the free version, it downloads to your computer all this. We're not syncing with the cloud, so you do need to stay on your computer all the time to have those media assets available to you. So if you switch computers, you won't have this unless you're paying for the upgrade, and then it will sync everything. Okay, so if we look over here, we have it intermediate, and we also they put it in our timeline here. So I could go through and hit play.
Excel, doing a little tutorial.
And now I can make some changes to this. And I do want to point out that it is grouped right now. Green is around both of these. So if I right click, I get some options where I could split, but I can ungroup these two. So now if I click off somewhere and click back on one of them, now I have that option where it's just by itself, where I can select them one at a time. Okay, so first thing I want to show you, I want this on the other side, let's say. So this, I can just click and drag. I have this selected here. I could size this larger. I can crop it as well because I have parts where the green screen isn't. And I'm going to crop it just like that. Hit the check mark. When you're done, move it into place. I'm noticing I have black bars on the side here. Well, I can quickly change that too as well. This is the autofill. So if I click it, it just fills the screen. But I could move this around. I could even size it larger if I wanted to make it so that people could see a different part. Okay, what about the green screen? Just a simple click. So I have to make sure I have the correct thing selected. And remember that other video that I have, I go in more detail of more of the things that you can do in Clipchamp, but I have this selected. I'm going to go over to filters and take a look at this. So if I go all the way down, there is a green screen option here, right here. Green screen. So if I select it, now I notice it's not quite it didn't get it kind of the right way. I can change my threshold here and then I can clean it up. And I can just play with that depending on what you want on it. And the other thing is if you didn't have a green screen, you have other options that you can choose for there as well. So I'll just leave it like that. And I'll move my playhead back a little bit. Move this out of the way and hit play.
All I want about Excel, doing a little tutorial. When I'm done, and this is going to be just
so maybe at my threshold, I could go back and change my threshold if I wanted to as well. If you want to take another clip, what you do is you just go back to record and create over here. And I can choose to do a camera only. I could do screen recording on it. I'll go back and just do one more clip, get everything I want right here, hit record. And I could choose this time something different. If I wanted to go entire screen, maybe I choose this one. I hit share. And since this is here, this is why you're getting this effect. I could minimize this and I could open up my Excel one more time and it's recording everything that's happening on my screen. I can hit stop share.
And since this is
open
here,
back
this is
up
why you're getting
my window, so it didn't open up automatically, but it's giving me that
this
preview
effect.
again.
I could minimize.
I'm going to hit save and edit. And now we have the second one. You can see 12 seconds. It's added it to my timeline already. I can go through and make the edit. So let's say here's a quick edit that I can do if I didn't want this first part. So if I'm just dragging my playhead to here, I could just simply grab, hover, and trim the beginnings like this. Again, I talked about more of this in my video with my full video on Clipchamp here. So you could keep going through adding more and more to this. Now, the other feature that I wanted you to show you was that you can quickly add your captions to this. So, and it's just a click. If I go up here, hit captions, I just have to turn on captions here. So turn on captions and you can check what you want on here. I'm going to leave everything the same. Turn on captions and it gets generated as it goes through. You can watch it get generated on each one. It doesn't take very long. Depends how long your video is. But now if I go back to my
just a short practice clip down below,
I had it selected on only this clip over here. So if I go back,
Excel one more time, and it's recording everything that's happening on my screen.
So you can see it just put it up on this one. I had that one selected, and that's why it added to that slide or that clip alone. Now, the other thing that I just want to point out, you can download the captions, the SRT here. So again, just quick clicks, drags, and everything's working very, very simple on this one. If I go up and if I'm all done my video, I'm just going to close this. I could hit export, and here's my choice here. I'm going to go 1080. This will be no watermark in here, 1080. And I can go through, and if you want to log in to any of your different, if I want to go right to YouTube, I could go here. I could go to my Google Drive, or as it processes, when it's done, I can just download it. It will get downloaded automatically on my computer as the finished copy. So I just download it down here to my computer, and I can go ahead and click on it. And I know this one's not going to be that great, but to show you how well this works.
And I could be saying all I want about Excel, doing a little tutorial when I'm done. And this is going to be just...
And it shows you, now I could play it with the threshold a little bit better, change my lighting to work a little bit better on this one. But for a free video editor and free screen recording, this works very easily. Remember, you can work with this online, or you can install this on your Windows computer as well. So I hope you like this tip on this free screen recording from Clipchamp. Let me know down in the comments below if this is working for you. Thanks for watching this time on Teachers Tech. I'll see you next week with more tech tips and tutorials.